Walk you for him. Jason a hater, y'all. Okay, so I know it's been a minute, like a good minute.
Long time.
We done been to work for a week and then started a new week and then had a whole other week off from traveling, and we just now checking in again.
We've been jiving. I ain't gonna lie to you. We'll cut it short. We'll cut it right straight to it. You know.
We sorry a little bit. I'm only sorry a little bit.
That's a shame. These the people.
Jason really been like, babe, can we record? Can we like edit? Can we do this?
And
I'm
this
like,
what I done figured out. And this is what I done figured out. I'm gonna get the another editing software on my phone, so we can start putting out more content more frequently.
Look, this is my thing, y'all. If we would have recorded yesterday was probably, and I thought about taking the camera out yesterday, but yesterday was probably the most interesting thing that has happened since the last time we picked up the thing. Because my parents came up and we all watched Dallas play Philly, and I made everybody dinner, and then our sink broke. Like, that was the most interesting, and when I say interesting, meaning eventful, like nothing else has happened.
Then we had to get a washing machine. I cut my hand.
But other than that, like, we went to Gibson's, of course.
Hmm.
That was like last week. But the reason I brought it out now is because we are about to go to trivia night. So for those of y'all that don't know what trivia night is, think of like back in the TV times, you know, like they be on TV and they be all sitting up in their groups and everybody have a group name and they be guessing all these random facts. So my friends have convinced me to participate in trivia night. And I have made Jason come.
Oh, shout out to the boy Rakeem Tucker, a.k.a. Rock. He gonna be coming through here.
Rock coming too?
Yeah, Rock coming.
Dang, why you tell me?
Why not?
You know why, and I can't say it because we are here.
Because old girl. Man.
I was sure going to invite her. Some told me to invite. Y'all know I be trying to play matchmaker to everybody.
Everybody.
So.
Everybody.
Look.
People don't need your help. The good Lord got. No, they don't. Who's your matchmaker? The good Lord. Oh, look how great life turned out.
It's a couple of my friends going to be here anyway, but I don't want to hook Rock up with everybody. Jason turned my music down, y'all.
Because we supposed to be going in here. I'm not grouchy, y'all. But I'm trying to, I like to be on time.
We outside the place 10 minutes early.
But I still like to be on time. See, this is the thing. LeBrea operates on super late CP time. She doesn't like to be on time. That's.
Are we not here?
Is that because of your doing?
This king lost my keys and lost my ring.
Oh, but look at that. Found everything and still was here 10 minutes early. We want to talk about losing keys? Don't do it, because that was eventful too.
Anyway, y'all, because you know we'll argue back and forth, and I'm not going to play with Jason. We are about to go into trivia. I will try to record some while we're there. I got to ask everybody if they're okay with being on the intranet. But I think you'll be fine. So, yeah, we'll see y'all in a minute. Y'all are going on YouTube. You're going on YouTube, so don't do anything you wouldn't.
I wish somebody who's holding the camera would answer a question. I've been over here carrying the team. Man, let me tell y'all something. I told them to give us the black folk our credit for 12 years slavery. See, it's a testament.
I don't know. Is it like
what we don't
like
do?
Like something with an L?
Given the nickname Frederick Blank, meaning Redbeard, by the Italians, he was called Frederick Barbarossa. Barbarossa is Italian for red beard.
He was Captain Barbossa, huh?
You know, very
Like I was
distinctive
trying to
red
dip that movie.
beard.
I love him.
All right, we move on to round 6.
You better start believing in skill.
Round 6 categories are baseball feats.
Y'all, we didn't win.
I want the exact definition of this.
Really close.
We came in 4th place.
3 points.
You know, this is a great example about how sometimes you
did you talk about?
Quit throwing things at me.
I've been trying to.
It's on camera.
I don't think so. Because I didn't do anything.
We
There's no way it could be on
sometimes
camera.
fall short in life. But do we lose? No, we don't.
No, because it was fun.
Exactly right. Fun is better than winning. Said nobody in the history of sports. That's all.
We ain't playing a sport. This is trivia
You
night.
know what? If you're not on the team, play.
You doing the flag? Oh, doing it?
On the play, you know what? Ejection, hit the shout.
You throwing the flag on the play? Hello, peeps. We are in like one of my favoriteest places. What I was saying, we are in like one of my favoriteest places to come and not spend money. I normally just come in here and like daydream. Don't you think? Jason done with me today, y'all. He not talking to me. But today we're actually here to spend actual money. Giving him his personal time because he got an attitude. We are coming to buy a couch. But you know, I just can't get a regular couch. I got the sectional. So yeah, I'll show you the design. Hold on. So this is what we're looking at. And yeah, that's about what it's gonna turn out to be. Hello, lovely peeps. So I have things on my hand. Jason is over there. Our living room is completely empty because we are about to paint. So this is pretty much the biggest room in our house. This is the living room area, so there's a lot of vaulted ceilings in here. If you hear echo, that's why, because there's a lot of vaulted ceilings in here. So yeah, we're gonna paint this room today. Right now, I'm just filling holes. Probably gonna set the camera up somewhere so that you can see kind of everything going on. And then we'll go from there. Yep, time to get started. I look so professional.
Everything taped up. I'm trying to tell you, it look like a crime scene. You look like Dexter.
Y'all want to hear talking about Dexter, y'all.
If you're not a big fan of Dexter, you ought to watch it. Yes, I did shave off all my facial hair.
We talked about this yesterday.
We talked about this already. Okay, yeah. I might be a little insecure about it, but it's nice though.
It's good. It's a little cancer.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're finna get started.
So this is what the room looks like so far. It looks way better. It's like a whole nother. Well, the question's dry still. Y'all, I'm not meant to be a painter. Jason, when you gonna have your license?
You say what?
When you gonna have your architect license?
27.
Can it come on? Because I need us. Shut up! I need us to be able to pay somebody to do this from now, because it's not moving. It was cute. Maybe it's because the room is so big. Is that what it is, babe? But yeah, it looks really good. I think it's really gonna pop against the floors. Good morning. I've never talked to you guys from the car before, but you know, there's a first time for everything. I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys today this morning. Please note my ugly Christmas sweater for work today. It's not even ugly. I'll show it to y'all for full when I get to work, which I'm running late for because I didn't realize I had an admission today. So y'all bear with me this morning, but I wanted to just check in with you guys and kind of talk about I don't really know what to call it. I guess you could call it the funk. I guess that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about. I have been in a funk lately. Just not feeling like myself. I feel like before the wedding and before the house and, you know, all these things were going on, I had like this boost of energy. I was really motivated, and not just at work, but like everywhere. Like my relationships were a lot better. My time management was a lot better. My time management was a lot better, and I was just on a roll. Like, I was getting a lot of accolades at work for all of this energy that I had, and people around me could see it. Like, I just felt like I exuded. The word for my Bible study today was excellence. Like, I exuded this godly excellence where people could look at me and they could see that I had things together. And I could attribute that to God's love and God's grace and God's mercy. And now I feel like that has depleted. Like, I'm kind of running on fumes. Running out of energy, no motivation, a desire to just be stagnant. And even talking to God this morning, a desire I've never had, which is to be below average. Like, to just do the bare minimum at its bare requirement and not have to exude so much energy, or it requires me to, like, I don't want to do anything that requires a lot of me. And that's not necessarily me. I've always been a person who is very driven, somebody who has always worked really hard to be above average, to be the notable person, and now not having the energy or desire to do so. So I really had to do a lot of soul searching about that piece. If you're feeling that way, a lot of times we can try to blame work for that. So the fact that it's our jobs, and not even necessarily just our jobs, but our circumstances. So if this was different, then I would be different. If this could change, then I could change. But who's to say that your circumstance is not going to be the thing that assists in you changing, or the thing that pushes you or drives you to change. That's kind of where I am right now. Being able to be content with where I am, be content with the role that I play, not only at work, but in the world. Like, you know, you see people your age, and I think that that's kind of where I am too. A lot of people my age, I'm not a kid anymore. A lot of people my age are not doing what I'm doing. And it's either because they don't necessarily have the same drive that I have, or they don't have the same responsibility that I have. For those of you who don't know, I am 25. I turned 25 in March, so I'll be 26 in March. So I have plenty of friends who are my age that are not married. I have plenty of friends who are my age and don't own a home. They're not pursuing licensure. They're not working full-time jobs. And that's not to say that it's not to compare the two in the sense of one being more outstanding than the other, even saying that because they have less responsibility than me, then that means that their life is greater, because that's not true. It's just that our lives are different, and I can't compare, and you can't compare your life to somebody who doesn't have the same circumstances as you. Even to people who do have the circumstances as you. Like, you have to be able to look at your situation, accept your situation for what it is, acknowledge the things that you can change, and acknowledge the things that you can't change. And there are both. There are things that are in your control and things that are not. And it's funny because we think that we have so much control. Like, we think that, well, you know what? Forget them. I'm going to go do this. And even that, like, you don't have control over it. Like, God has the ultimate say so. He has the ultimate control. And he can put a stop to all of it that you're trying to do. Like, he can literally stop that from happening. And sometimes it's for the betterment of most times, if not all the time, if God is moving, he is moving for the betterment of your situation, even though you cannot see it. And the story that resonates in my mind when I think about that is the story of Job. So we all know about the story of Job and how he was a follower of God. He loved God. God loved him. God knew that he was always going to be a follower of him and always admire and worship him. And God allowed the devil the opportunity to tempt him and to hurt him in so many ways, by killing his kids, burning down his house. He lost all of his belongings, his livestock. He lost everything. And even to the point of where he had his friends in his face, which we know about that. He had his friends in his face talking and judging him and saying, well, you must have done something. Because God don't act like that. You must have done something for God to do this, and to judge his character and to make him seem like he was the problem, when in reality, God was just working. And we all know that part of the story. I don't know if we all know the part where God takes Job on this, basically, like, think of like Christmas past, Christmas present, Christmas future type thing. He takes them and he gets to see the whole universe. And he gets to see the whole world. And he sees all these creatures and he sees all these things going on. And Job is amazed. And God tells him, you do not know all the decisions and all the choices that I have to make all day. You couldn't even imagine if you know what? Why don't you be God for a day? Why don't you try to do this for a whole day? You don't even know right now, as you are driving to work, folding laundry, putting up clothes, making dinner, watching the game, whatever you're doing. You don't even know all the choices God is having to make for you for your significant other or spouse, for your children, for your parents, for your siblings, for your coworkers, for your friends, for the strangers. You don't know all the choices that God is going to have to make. And so in order to ease your mind, cast your cares onto him. Do not be dismayed or discouraged. Do not be afraid, for God is with you wherever you go. I don't remember what these scriptures are called, but I will link them in the info below for you to be able to keep them. So yeah, that's where I am right now. I generally spend about 15 minutes. It takes me about 15 minutes to get to work in the morning. So I will be at work fairly soon, as long as I don't wreck on the way. But yeah, it generally takes me about 15 minutes, but I figured that I would kind of process that out loud with you guys and share that with you this morning. I'm running late for work, but it's for a beneficial reason. I am not a morning person, you guys. I told myself I was gonna get up at 6:15. Jason woke me up at 7:30 and said, well, it's better than 8 o'clock. So this morning I was up at about 7:30 and I spent about 30 minutes in our guest room reading my devotional. So I have a couple devotionals that I'm reading right now. One is called Becoming the Woman God Wants Me to Be, which I'll link that one down below. That's one that I'm doing with my friends here. One is called 7 Things That the Bible Says About Anxiety, which I struggle with. One is Excellence at Work. So being able to realize why we are mandated to give our best in everything that we do. And then the other one is what is it? I don't even remember what the other one is. I can't remember. I just started it today. So when I see it, I'll let you know. There was another one I just finished by Joyce Meyer. It's called Hearing from God Every Morning, which was really good. It gave a lot of insight. So I will check in with you guys later. We haven't really been doing the best job of vlogging and just being able to share it with you guys, just because we're just living life and not thinking about recording it. But we will get better. This is fairly new to us, but we want the opportunity to be able to share our journey with you. We feel like we have a very special journey. Both of us being very young, we're not around family, we're both married, we're both new in our careers, and there's so many adventures that we're headed on that not everybody can say that they're doing. So we want to share that with you guys. So be on the lookout. I think that God has some very awesome things planned for both Jason and I would love for you guys to be a part of that. So stay with us.